Love, there's only you in my life. Well, I mean, if that doesn't make me feel like I'm skipping through a meadow looking for a new douche.
The picture on this copyright-free music is of little mini pumpkins. Just a bushel of mini pumpkins.
It really does feel like the harvest, doesn't it?
I don't know why
that
hit
just
me
hit
so
ya.
funny. I think just because it was so perfect with the song playing in the background when you said that. Oh, right.
Well. We have a lot to talk
back.
about today.
We do.
Well, before we do that, can I give you a little this week in pop culture history? I think this is going to be a new little segment.
Okay.
Because I know everyone is like on the edge of their seats. You guys come here for the news.
What are they going to do next week for those segments?
My turn. All right. In 1927, this week, Samuel Roxy Rothafel opened the Roxy Theater in New York City.
Ooh.
And I know you love the theater. So this week in 1987, Les Miserables, don't know if you know that one, opened on March 12th, 1987. And it also closed on May 18th, 2003.
Remember last night when I was scrolling through TikTok and like one of my bullies from Les Mis popped up, and then I had to be like, Jodie, please don't comment on it.
You know, it took everything in me not to say something.
Honestly, he'd probably be like, what?
Oh, I was gonna be like, cool
yeah,
story, but remember when you were an asshole?
And you made him have to drop out of theater completely.
I was gonna tell him that, but I didn't, because what baby wants, baby gets, and I didn't tell him.
That's fine. I mean, again, it wasn't just him. He was the least of the issue.
I got a couple more for you.
Oh, great. Okay.
1974, the children's special. I know how you love kids. Free to Be You and Me, produced by Marlo Thomas.
Yeah, I fucking know.
Who has a crazy ass memory for details like what happened this week in 1974.
I don't think that's not Marlo Thomas. It's that other one.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it's she was on Night Court, I think. But she has a name like Marlo Thomas. Or maybe they both do. But I just...
I can picture her face. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, I know. They kind of look alike. Keep talking and I'm gonna look this up.
Yeah, it's not Marlo Thomas.
But
God, pull it up.
No, not Marky Poe. It's not Marky Poe.
No. It's in that genre.
It is in that genre. Fuck. God damn it, Jodie.
I know. I'm sorry. Well, obviously
Celebrity
we don't have memories
with
like her.
Crazy memory.
Everyone's screaming it right now.
Probably not. I don't know how, like... Oh, Mary Lou Henner.
Thank you. I was going to say
Marlo
it's in the
Thomas.
Same... Yeah. It's so close enough. I was going to say it's in the same genre as like a Mary Steenburgen.
Oh, Mary Steenburgen, of course.
There you go. All right. In reality TV news, in 1989, Cops debuted, one of the earliest reality TV shows.
Of course, I remember.
Did you ever watch it, actually?
On and off. I remember, this is hilarious. I remember as, a teenager watching an episode, and it was like this drunk woman in her front yard. And
no. What episode was that? I gotta find that one.
If you can believe it.
Oh, that one. Yeah. Got it.
And the cop asked her, have you had anything to drink tonight, ma'am? And she said, I've had a 6-pack tonight, sir. And I remember thinking, whoa, 6 beers?
Lock her
in
up.
A night?
Lock her up.
I couldn't believe it. It's like,
she's got some
shit.
issues.
I couldn't believe it. Yeah. Is that it?
No, I got 3 more. And I know you're going to enjoy these ones. So in 2006, a little song that Michael Scott just wanted to taste. James Blunt, You're Beautiful. Or was that the one? Actually, not now that I'm fucking it up again.
It was Trust My Heart, Trust My Soul.
Goodbye, my lover.
Goodbye, my love.
Goodbye, my friend. Oh, 1994. I know for a fact you and I will always think this is a banger after, well, I guess before it annoys the fuck out of us. 1994, Ace of Base.
I was going to say Ace of Base. That'll never annoy me.
Oh, it will. I mean, like, I listened to it on a loop on my 5-disc changer. Yeah, don't want to brag.
Oh, you had it on a CD because you're bougie.
I didn't have a disc changer yet, but yeah, I had a CD player.
Okay.
And I hit that repeat button.
Oh yeah, you better repeat that one.
And then in 2008, this one actually shocked me. Hulu opened online.
And it was like free, remember that?
I don't remember this at all.
Yeah, Hulu used to be free.
And it was just shows online or people posted it? I don't...
No, it was the same
completely
thing,
blocked
but
that
it's just
out.
you didn't have to pay for it. Like they would just air like The Office the next day on Hulu. Or maybe I'm sure I didn't pay for it until like recently.
Oh, that was kind of wild. 14 years old already.
Amanda.
Yeah. Okay, well, there you go.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
Are you trying to troll me with the amount of birthday presents you're sending me?
No.
There are like 30 packages in my house from you.
Are there really?
And they're all from
Are there that
Redbubble. Yeah.
Yes, they're all
There's
from Redbubble.
6, I think.
There's no Doughboy. No Doughboy.
Okay, good.
Do you want to open one?
No.
Oh, come on.
I want to wait.
I think
I
you
wanna
might want
wait.
to.
No. I want to wait.
Okay.
Get it right up. But then you were like, another birthday present arrived, but there's more coming. I'm like, how? What did she get me?
Well, the Canadian Post, let me tell you. Okay, so I'm getting shipping alerts from Redbubble, I think maybe the U.S. Postal System, Canadian Postal System, FedEx, DHL, like every
personal
messages
messages from my mailman.
Yeah, I swear to God, I have never received so many.
Need to let Jodie know that Amanda got her packages.
Yes, yeah. So I'm sure your whole neighborhood knows at this point, but I'm excited. You're going to have to open one of them sooner. I'm just letting you know.
Oh, okay. That's
but if
fine.
you don't want to open them today, that's fine. We can wait till next week.
Honestly, if I had to open one, I'd have to like walk all the way downstairs and you'd be waiting for about 15 minutes.
Forget it.
I'm having a bad ankle day today.
Oh.
Well,
anything else new with you?
I just watched
since yesterday. Since less than 24 hours ago.
I slept a lot. It was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I watched the first episode of this show on Netflix with Toni Collette called Pieces of Her.
I see it as like the first thing, but I haven't started.
Okay, well, I would recommend, that shit gets you hooked right, like within the first 8 minutes, I screamed out loud 3 times. I was like, whoa! Oh, God! Crazy. It's good.
Is it in like the Mayor of Easttown bubble feel?
Not so much. It's more in like Sharp Objects, maybe.
Don't know that one.
It's just like a girl finds out that her mom might have a secret past that she doesn't want anyone to know about.
Oh, okay. How about...
Check out the first 10 minutes. You'll like
The Worst Roommate. Have you watched that yet?
People keep recommending that. It's coming up. It's number 3 in Canada today, Amanda.
Yeah, I would highly recommend you jump to the last 2 episodes of the season. It's the only 2-parter. I want to say there's like 5 episodes. Skip the first 3, go to the last one, and then you can kind of fill in the gaps with the other ones. But the last 2 for sure are the best.
I watched the most recent episode of This Is Us. Mandy Moore, tour de force that episode.
Why?
I'm actually being honest. It was good. It was really good.
You're never assigning it to me. Just letting you know.
I was thinking about assigning.
I'm not doing that again. I'm not doing it.
It's actually a good. It's the Thanksgiving episode, so those aren't as cringy. But there's a moment where I was. The only reason was this one moment at the dinner table where I was like, oh God, I want to like watch Jodie's reaction to that. Toby and Kate have been fighting, and he recently like lost weight, and he's like that's his whole life now, and it's like obviously bothering her. She's
don't know what that's like.
Yeah, but Dave doesn't even try.
I know. He has not worked out a day or lifted a weight, and he like dropped 150 pounds. It's crazy.
But Toby in the series is basically like that week where Dave was like tracking all his stuff.
Oh, when he was suggesting his coworkers to download the MyFitnessPal app. Yeah,
but that's Toby all the time. So
Ew.
Kate's been noticing that at Thanksgiving dinner, their baby's like 2 maybe, and he's like feeding the baby, and he's like taking all the marshmallows off of the sweet potatoes, and he's just making it like way too healthy. And she's been noticing this, that like, why are you like, you need to stop focus. And the whole episode is about how weight issues go back like in women's families. Just
wait,
passed on mother to mother. Yes. Yes.
I never stopped to think about that.
Can you believe it?
Jeez.
But it was like, I mean, honestly, I think you would like the episode. It's relatable, obviously. But so at the table in front of the whole family, Toby's where every year, whoever like is like the specialist person there, the special guest gets to wear like this like pilgrim hat, whatever. It's like this recurring thing. So Toby gets to wear the hat this year. So he's sitting there wearing the hat, and they start like bickering at each other at the table. And she's like, "Stop!" She's like, "I don't want him to have food issues. Like, I want him to think that it's okay to eat on Thanksgiving." And then Toby, and she's like, "I know." She's like, "Just say it. Just say it. You're scared that he's gonna turn out fat like me." And then Toby says, like in front of everyone, he's like, I think we just don't. We should probably not ignore the fact that both of us were fat when we were kids, and we need to like." And he says something like that, like, we need to not pretend like that's not going to be a factor, Kate. And then the whole family is just like staring, and then the one brother is like, "Take off the pilgrim hat, Toby."
Ooh.
I was like, ooh, but it was like, it was a good moment. I was like, "Fuck you," because they're gonna break up.
I hate it. Oh, are they?
Yeah, we like know they're gonna break up, so they're trying to make him as the most hateful character possible.
Because he took the marshmallows off the yams.
Hey,
what
that's
an asshole!
Egregious. I mean, I would take the marshmallows off of anything and everything, but I mean, I see where she's coming from.
Yeah, I'm not a marshmallow. Yeah. I'm actually not a sweet potato person so much. I make them.
It's not a thing in Canada.
I make them, but I do the brown sugar and the pecans on top. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, anyway, that's like the things that I've been watching that were out of stuff for the pod.
Yeah.
I guess.
I'm trying to think of anything else I've really been watching.
You watched The Masked Singer.
I did. I mean, it is so
Scotty
terrible.
Dog.
It's so bad. Which is so weird because Paige asked me this morning, she's like, how tall is that Duff guy that was on the Scotty Dog? Because she was trying to think, like, how did his head fall off? And I looked it up. He's like a 5'4".
Oh, meaning 5'2".
5'2". Yeah. But I'm like, yeah, I think he's just like a little squat guy. And I'm like, and also they play these shows up. The fact that the show really kind of sucks. I mean, it's really cheesy. And then you have two of the Masked Singers have some sort of an issue.
Yeah, and they always get like you're just tuned in to watch like to see who like the three actual celebrities are.
You just want to see them unmasked. That's it. You want to hear like the first couple parts of the song, and then you just want to fast forward to the end of the season and see who they are.
Yeah, you don't need to hear Jenny McCarthy and Ken Jeong saying over and who is that?
Jamie Foxx. It's Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx.
Are they still guessing Jamie Foxx a lot?
I'm fast forwarding through a lot of the guesses.
Oh, all of it. Okay, great.
I want to say she guessed. I was going to say Heath Ledger, but it wasn't Heath Ledger.
Probably not.
It was like some sort of, Marvel character, one of those guys. Like in the Chris Evans, Chris. What's the other
all
Chris?
The
yeah,
Pratt.
It was like one of those names, and I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure they're not here to see Jenny McCarthy do heart hands. Can we get over the heart finger hand thing?
I've never done it.
I've never done it either, but it's sticking. It's sticking. Everyone still does that. It's gross.
Still keeping up to date with the TikTok drama with that Chelsea girl and Lance.
I have no idea what you're talking about. It hasn't come up, and I'm thrilled. I don't know what this is.
They slept together once, and she's like going full like not single white female, fatal attraction on this guy. And she posted all these videos like of her crying, and people took her side originally, and then people started realizing, oh no, she's just actually like being like an insane, like using her white privilege, because Lance is a trans Native American. And so she's like really, I don't know, it's just really shitty. And like all like the big call out TikTokers took her side, and now all of them are getting shit on because they shouldn't have done that. And the story keeps developing. Are
Chelsea and Lance popular people, or they became popular because of this?
I think they are popular.
Oh, I'm sorry, they. Okay.
But maybe like their content is just very like, stand up for what's right type stuff. And then she's just she just cries straight to camera.
How do we go viral on TikTok? Guys, help us.
I don't want to go viral on TikTok. I feel like it's never a good thing for the most part.
Yeah, I better take that back. Take it back. Well, I mean, speaking of heart hands and heart people, should we talk about what's going on in 90 Day Fiance?
Yeah. Is there
Okay.
like news that has happened?
Well, no, just kind of the latest what's been
Oh.
going on. Or do you want to talk about some Love is Blind first?
Why don't we talk about Somebody Somewhere?
Oh, okay. I mean, everyone is just
Hey.
screaming at us right now, like, just say something. All right, so
Did you finish
this
it?
show, yes, I did. It's on HBO.
Yeah.
With Bridget Everett,
Mm.
right?
Yeah.
For some reason on my HBO Max, it doesn't come up as like one of the main things right away.
I know. I always have to search for it. On
Yeah,
your
I do too, which is such a shame. And it's never in the like new releases this week with all the other shows that come out weekly. They're doing a horrible job of promoting it on.
Yeah, but it has 100%.
Yeah, okay. You talked to me about it because
You're the one that recommended it to me, and now you're like, "What? Why do you like this?"
I don't know. I like it, but there is something where I'm like, okay, and now what? Because it's kind of a show about
Nothing really
nothing.
happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. It moves. I don't know. I think it's just a nice little gentle show about a girl who moves back home, and she
Is
kind
it
of has to come to
gentle,
terms
though?
with that.
Because it's
It's
got
kinda
a
gentle.
dark. I feel like it's got a darker undertone, almost like a Little Miss Sunshine or like a.
Yeah. Well, no, I like that though.
Yeah. I want to know more about the sister that died.
Oh yeah. If you
I've just never
type
been
in
into
if
that.
you type in sister, the first thing that comes up black, because she's black
Oh,
and it's
right.
never explained, which I guess is cool that they never explained it. It's
Right.
like we don't need to know. Like we just that's how it is.
Yeah, it's Bridget Everett and then some guy who I thought he was like a recent survivor of a
Jesus
chronic
Christ.
disease. I'm not trying to be
No,
mean.
he always has looked like that.
Okay. They have like a weird friendship. They knew each other in high school, but she didn't really remember him. He was in the show choir with her.
Well, she was like the star of the show choir. So he knew who she was and he always like idolized her. And now she's back. She was taking care of her sister.
And they're working at a standardized testing scoring place, which
Yeah.
I mean, as a former teacher, you're always wondering, like, okay, who the hell is reading these things? You know, someone's reading them and scoring them, and then just seeing the full depression of it, it's like, oh,
Yeah.
God.
Oh. Yeah. It was awful.
One of the highlights, though, was in one of the, maybe it was the second to last episode, where I think she's already quit, and the one guy's, like, walking past the file cabinet and just biffs and trips over the file cabinet and just, like, flies right over it.
Oh, I don't even remember. I watched this like a whole week ago.
Oh, okay, whatever. Or maybe he quit. Again, we're great recappers here. We're like, I don't really remember, but you guys should watch it.
It's a good show. No, and then there's a whole thing with like she doesn't sing. It's like about like, although I would be so annoyed if I were her and like this new friend of mine kept being like, you should really sing again, get back on stage. I'd be like, I don't fucking want to. Can you respect that?
Are you trying to give me
it would annoy me so much.
I'm always trying to get you to sing and you won't. Is that what?
Yeah, but you're not like you should get back into it, Amanda. Hit a karaoke club.
Sending
people
you
want to hear
flyers
you.
and brochures.
Yeah. Oh my god, that would irritate me so much.
Okay, now tell me about what you thought about this going to church thing. Like this is their church just performing. That's
no,
their
I think it's just
version
that
of church?
he works at the church, so he's using the church as the place to do this. And it's just like an open mic. That's really all it is open mic.
I mean, that sounds terrible to me.
I know. Can you again? I would never do that. And can you imagine me going to one of these things, like actually getting up the nerve to go, and I'm sitting there, and then I'm like forced up on stage? I would make it so awkward because I just would never get on stage. I'd be like, no.
Yeah,
No.
and you're around other people who are dying to get on stage and they can't wait.
And he's just vamping the piano. He's just vamping over and over the same 4 bars, and I'm like, I'm not going. Like you better call someone else up there. I'm not doing
Not doing it.
Ain't
Didn't laugh
happening.
once. Nope, not doing it. I love their friendship though.
Yeah, and that last song that she sings for him, I was like bawling.
Oh yeah, that was really sweet.
Mm-hmm.
That was
and the
very
storyline between her and her sister is good. I mean, I can't relate because I'm an only child, but it seems, complicated, but they love each other.
Yeah. And her dad is the friend on Overboard with Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell.
He's also the Mr. Krieger, I think his name. Trieger on Friends. He's like the super
Oh,
on Friends.
okay. I just love their
Yeah.
friendship, just like driving around in his car, going to just shoot the shit and do stuff. Then he's in the garage doing Zumba.
Yeah.
It's cute. It's cute.
Yeah, he's very cute. We're not doing that great a job at selling it, but
No,
really,
we're
guys,
not.
I think watch it. It's a nice, easy watch. It's just very
Very easy.
there are funny parts. It's not really a comedy, but there are comedic parts.
That's what I mean. And I'm not, like you said, I'm not doing a great job of selling it because it's kind of a show about nothing. But there are those
there's a
just
plot
really
line
funny
with, like,
moments. The
With,
sister,
like, her
and
brother-in-law.
yes, the sister shop and the brother-in-law and the friend. I mean, I
Yeah.
know that couple. I live in a community
Oh,
of
yeah.
those couples. You know.
Yeah, but I love Bridget Everett. I'm glad she got a show.
Yeah, and
Because
just
she
unapologetically. I'm sorry, I'm interrupt you. I was just gonna say, just
No, you're fine.
unapologetic about like being taller and like a
yeah.
broader woman with like boobs, and she's walking around with no bra on, and
Yeah.
I wish I
Well,
would have seen that.
her cabaret act, she gets naked in every show.
Fully naked?
Uh-huh.
Really? I didn't.
I mean,
know
at least
that.
tits out. Yeah, that's like part of her cabaret act. That's kind of how she became like a
Oh, I
underground
love that.
star.
I
Yeah.
mean, I knew she would do like the songs and she would just get like raunchy and stuff, but I didn't know
Oh,
she
yeah.
took off her clothes. Wow. Oh, I love her
Yeah.
even more now.
What was the other show I wanted to talk about? Shit.
The woman who sees the other
Oh,
person on the other
yes.
side of the street under the
Yes.
bridge.
Have you watched that yet?
No, I haven't had a chance
Okay.
to. Okay.
We'll watch it and we can maybe break that down next week. But I love it. I binged it in one day.
I'm so surprised.
Kristen Bell. Yeah, no, it has a really good tone, and the fact that it is a parody, it's very funny.
A parody of a mystery series.
Yeah, just like one of those. It's almost a parody of like Veronica Mars, I think.
Okay, I didn't even see that. But like a Murder, She Wrote sort of a thing.
Exactly. That's like
Okay.
exactly what it is. And like some of the plot twists are just so crazy, but like of course that's what happened there.
Are they full, like, hour episodes, or are they just
No, they're
short
30
little...
minutes. 30 minutes, and it's only 8 episodes, and it just tells one story. And I think that there will be a season 2. But if not, it still like wraps itself up really nicely.
All right. Okay,
So,
can we
check
talk
it
about Love is Blind first, actually? Because I have it
Yeah, the
fresh on the
reunion.
brain. Because I keep sending you these...
Shake just won't
TikToks,
get the
I
fuck off of social
know.
media. Him and Peyton,
Oh, I know.
turn
I
your
know.
phones off. I hope Christine is like, Peyton, please stop.
Yeah, and did you see that Gabe, his beliefs are just as
We assumed they
Um,
were. Are you okay, buddy?
extreme and maybe beyond right wing, kind of like Peyton's, sort of?
Oh, God.
Yeah, I sent it to you. And again, this is just what I'm seeing posted on TikTok and Reddit, but he follows like neo-Nazi accounts and shit.
Well, Cody follows Kyle Rittenhouse, so.
I hate this all. God. Christine, I just really, I want to hold out hope that she doesn't, believe the same kind of stuff, but
I don't really believe that she, like, even is registered to vote, to be honest.
I could see that. You kind of just follow your husband's lead, the man of the house's lead, and you
Yeah.
do whatever they tell you to
He
do.
probably made them all believe that women aren't allowed to vote still.
Oh my God.
And they just believed
probably.
him.
Well, we'll talk about that more on Sister Wives. But Love is Blind. Yeah, Shake is still on the I'm going to enjoy being the villain, even though you know he hates himself tour.
Yeah. Okay, here's a pretty controversial opinion, but like everything he said on the reunion, I was like, he was completely correct. He's not playing the game correctly in
Okay.
like, you signed up to do a reality show. You can't now come on the reunion and just call out everything. Because we all know, the audience knows that like, what's going on and like people want to be reality show stars. They're doing this for Instagram followers, but like
Right.
we don't need one of the people on the show to like say it, but everything he said was correct.
Meaning, like, in regards to, you do
Everything,
need to be
every
attracted to
shitty
someone.
thing I mean everything he said was that is correct, where it's like,
Yeah.
you want to get an idea of what like and like love can be blind, but like it does matter when you see the person. So like I guess
Yeah.
I'd probably want to know.
I mean, this almost kind of goes into like a 90-day fiance. So for like example, behind a wall, you're talking to someone, and he comes out and he looks like, let's say, Mike.
Who's
and
Mike?
He's like,
oh, Mike and Jimena.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he's just really, let's say you're more attracted to like tall guys, and he comes out and he's shorter than you, and I do think there's things that you just can't get past.
That is right. It's right. And I mean, he's a douche, and like I don't see how he couldn't find Deep D attractive, but I mean, he's being truthful. All these people like when he's like, well, there is the drive to stay on the show. And everyone's like, no. Nick's like, you don't even know what you're talking about. I'm like, okay, Nick. Right. I'm sure you went in there just you totally would have been fine if the door opened and it was like a 600-pound woman. You would have been fine
if it was one of the above size 8 girls.
Yes. Yeah. All of these guys, all these people got lucky that everyone is attractive in this cast.
Right.
But I would like... This show is pointless unless you actually like make it about like realistic looking people.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look at the people that they narrowed it down to, because there were couples that did stay together after it, but weren't featured.
Yeah. But I saw a picture of both of them, and they're both gorgeous as well.
They were probably just boring.
Yeah. Well,
kind
Jared
of like we say,
boring.
Jared and Ayanna. I just say I like her hair shorter.
Oh, me too. I mean,
I love short hair on women,
yeah.
especially when they can pull it off like that.
That's the thing. And when you like, I respect it so much because I could never pull it off.
Yeah, and she's tiny and she's petite, so this like fun, cute haircut fit her. But although, I mean, maybe if we met her with the longer hair and then she went shorter, we'd be like, oh my god, I really liked her long hair on her. They were boring, whatever. I mean, Jared and Ayanna. Nick and Danielle, there's no way they're lasting. There's absolutely no way.
No, I think that they're like doing okay now.
Okay.
Like, but come on.
Because he even brought up, oh yeah, we see a marriage therapist and she said, like, I need to not be fixing it. Just listen.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. And everyone, I think in every relationship, that's what people try to do. And I do think it's kind of a man's thing. Like, okay, well, obviously this is just what you have to do. Just block her or don't talk to her, whatever. But I think that's just also his personality trait. And you can't just get rid of that either. And she's like, well, after the show, I mean, everything was just totally fine. All of our issues went away. Like,
okay, girl, you're feeling yourself.
No. I still think
Mallory
he's a controlling ass.
And Sal.
Yeah.
She just checked out. She's so
checked
boring
out.
to me. And I need her, like, remember when Jen just called her, like, the no bra wonder or something like that?
Oh,
because Mallory never, she wasn't wearing a bra at the reunion either. And she just looked, I don't mind that she wasn't wearing a bra, but, like, just her outfit was just not cute. It was like
she's not very good at styling herself. No. And she had this weird, like, heart necklace. It was, like, 3 hearts. I'm not a heart jewelry person. But, yeah, she doesn't know how to, and I think she is just beige. We talked about this.
Yeah.
I don't think she goes that deep.
And Sal just seems still so fucking bitter. And Nick, and not Nick, what's his name? Kyle and Deep D, like, are together.
Ew, I hate that for her. I hate Kyle. He is so cocky, and that stupid nose ring.
The nose ring!
Ears, and his stupid... he's just so cocky and smarmy. I hate him.
I don't remember the last time I saw a man with a nose ring. Well, with a nose piercing.
He got it to match hers. Because Deep T has that same nose ring.
God,
he's that guy. Where most girls would be like, you know, as soon as a guy kind of shows interest back to you, sometimes that could just like turn you off. You're like, oh God, what's wrong with you, chubby chaser? Jesus. You know, you're like, what the hell's wrong with you? But she's liking it, and I don't get it. He's just gross.
Yeah, she could do a lot better than him.
Phony.
I think Shake probably did a little bit of a number on her self-esteem.
Oh, and Shake's like, well, I'm happy that I could facilitate that.
I mean, he's really true, like sociopath level.
Okay, now
and how much she was smiling and laughing.
I know he's younger than me. We're 3 years apart. Is he like your age? Younger?
I don't know.
I know he's from Naperville, which is where Dave grew up, just like right next door. He's such an... Okay, sorry, Naperville people, if you're in the area, but like he's such a Naperville guy. He's just.
Well, I wanna talk about the thing. Okay, so I'm hearing on all the podcasts, everyone's saying like, Nick and Vanessa Lachey earned their paycheck. Vanessa Lachey is
my
bae. And I was like, did you watch the same
No.
show as me? I thought it was completely inappropriate. I'm like, you're the host. You're not here. You're not here to like
I thought
rag
she
on
was
these
terrible.
people. I thought she was
laughing.
awful.
I was laughing when she was getting mad.
When she goes,
this man here, if I am crippled and degenerated and he's gonna be here, my man. And she looks at the girl and she's like, yeah, ladies, he's mine. And they're like, no problem. You can have him.
You can take him. But she and then at one point she was like, what if the person you were with gained weight? She's like, I would like to think that if I gained weight, God forbid this.
Oh yeah, she did say God forbid.
But you know that would be the biggest tragedy that could happen to her.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And I don't know if he would stay around if she gained like 100
I think
pounds.
he would. I actually think Nick Lachey is a nice guy. I think he's just like a normal. I think he's
just boring.
Exactly. And then she's like, I'm his second wife, and I never thought I would be a second wife. I don't know if you guys know that, but I'm his second wife. Yeah, we know.
Yeah, God. We know. He was married to Jessica Simpson.
And then
we know
Nick kind of accidentally stumbled into what everyone on the stage seemed to think was like some sick burn, but I don't think it really landed.
About that you treat animals or whatever?
Yeah, he's like, yeah.
And now Shake is pissed about it. You
treat animals in humans you treat well. Humans, you have to treat humans well. I'm like,
and Vanessa's like, that's my man! That's my man! Yeah, we know. You've made it very clear, and that was not something that you should be like.
Yeah, we recognize who he is because he still has the same haircut from 98. 98 degrees in 1998. You can have him. But Shake now is still doing like TikTok lives or Instagram stories or whatever, and he's just so disgusting. I would not bring Scout to go see him.
Oh no,
gross!
No.
I don't trust him.
But
what he
the
said,
funniest part of it.
Do you know what part I'm saying? First of all, he's like, the suicide rates among veterinarians, you guys, it is a toxic career. It is the most toxic, dangerous career that anyone could ever have. I'm like, oh, really? Ever heard of SEAL Team 6? Shake? God, take it easy. And then he said something like, oh, yeah, this woman wants you to look at a picture of her cat. He's like, oh, yeah, show me your P word. Show me your P word. And I was like, ooh. I just heard like his naughty bedroom talk and I will never be the same. Disgusting.
I think the funniest thing about this though is how unified the whole cast is in their like repulsion. Yeah. I was repulsed. I was sick. They all hate him so much. Like, who's the Shane? Who's like
Shane
severely. Like,
go ahead. How would you describe Shane? I'm gonna make you.
He's either like I don't even think he's coked out. I think he did a bunch of coke the night before, and now he's starting to come down, so he's getting twitchy, and he's just like his body just feels like sick, and like, he's just tortured. Like he's twitchy, but like his discomfort over like you can tell that like. I mean, it made me like all the men a little better just to know that, like, there is a level that all men can get on board with, that it's not okay to treat a woman like that, and Shake somehow found it.
And at one point, Shane has his hand up, in that famous The Office gif or meme where Michael Scott has his hand up and he's like, I'll fucking kill you.
Yeah,
but he's blocking Shake out, and he's looking at Nick and Vanessa like, are you fucking kidding me? Are you seeing this right now?
Yeah, I mean, they're all just like, dude, shut the fuck. Nick hates him so much that he blocked him on Instagram, Jodie.
Wait, which one? Lachey or Angry
Other Nick?
Oh.
He said that. He's like,
the other Nick did it.
He's like, I unfollowed you. You annoy me so much, or something like that.
Ooh. But I'm sure that Nick had some killer content, right?
Yeah, but I bet that does bother Shake.
Oh, for sure.
Because that's the reason Shake is doing this. God.
And the thing is, Shake is not that good looking. And if we're talking about just, if he's going to go physical, dude, you have gray hair, you're in your 30s, you don't have that great of a body, you don't dress that short. Great. Yeah, you don't.
He is Tom Haverford. He has fucking curtains that open with a remote control.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Like,
God.
okay.
Like,
You
he's
know
a
what? You know
Roomba
how
and he thinks he's badass.
Yeah,
Ugh.
but you know what else can open curtains really quickly? Taking your hand and opening it.
But he's
Like
the
a normal
puppy
person.
doc. Which
Ew.
that's his Instagram handle, the
I
puppy
hate
doc.
it. Well, great.
Gross. Yeah.
But yeah, he sucks. And then he tells Vanessa that like the only one that he's attracted to is Vanessa. But Vanessa and Nick, did you see they did like an interview on ET or something like a few days ago? And she was a total cunt about it. So whoever was interviewing them, I don't even know if this was a few days ago, but it just started. I just noticed it.
Okay.
The interviewer was like, "Oh, I think it's so great that you guys are on good terms with Jessica. I interviewed her for her book, Open Book, and she said that, you guys are on great terms, and she was so happy for you guys, and that you guys sent her a gift when she gave birth or whatever." And they're like, and then Vanessa's like, "Oh wait, that's really nice of her to say, but like I didn't send her anything." So and then she just came across as not cute. It's like, just go with the story then, girl. She's like, "I just don't even have her address." And then, okay, you don't have her address.
There's something annoying about Vanessa. They're just
I can't stand her. But then she doubled down and like went on Twitter because people were like, Vanessa was a little bitchy, and then she went on Twitter and like came after whoever the interviewer was and was like, "Get your facts right before you interview someone. It's respectful." Because Vanessa knows how to be a good host.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Like making everything about you and like yelling at the contestants.
Because we dated. That's cool if you just want to like date and like fuck and everything, because we know you're married and you dated.
When she said you did this all to find somebody to fuck.
I know. I'm like,
don't say that.
You're a mother.
Like
you're married. You're not allowed to say that word. Ew.
And you're the host.
I know. And Nick was really just sitting there quiet, like.
Nick didn't bother me at all. Yeah. What is
he's just beige. You don't like him. You don't dislike him. He's just there.
I have no opinion on him whatsoever.
He's literally 98 degrees. He's just like body temperature. Yeah. Okay, so I thought it was really interesting that Natalie, I want you to think about this because it didn't stand out until I actually watched this again. I don't know why I did it to myself. But she was really the only person on the stage that didn't talk about Deep D or stick up for her. She didn't say a word. They would shoot to her as Shake was saying shitty stuff, and everyone's like, "This girl right here, she is a goddess. We all love her. She's the best human on the face of the earth." What did I say, Natalie? I meant Mallory. Mallory just sat there.
Oh, yes, okay. Yeah, because I don't think any of them are really friends with Mallory. I don't think Mallory is a good girlfriend.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm like, you're not going to say anything right now? Nothing? Not even just like nod your head yes. She just sat there, didn't say a word. Yeah. And then Shayna.
When they show the conversation between Mallory and Jared, and then it's over, and Nick's like, "Wow, that was awkward for me to watch, and I'm just sitting here next to you." Thanks, Nick.
Is it feeling like 99 degrees in here? Am I right? Woo!
How did that feel, Ayana? That must have brought back a lot of skeletons. She's like, "Yeah, it's been hard. It was hard to watch that, and I hate watching it now." Yeah. Thank you for playing it again, though.
God. Shayna, just that look. Someone's got to come up with some sort of good meme for that, because it's just
yeah.
I'm a baby lips, sexy baby squinty lips.
Deep D seems to like her. They're like, they seem to be friends. The girls seem to be fine with her.
Okay, I do have to say this. I wish Deep D would have dressed down a little bit. I don't think she needed to come out in a full
in a ball
Miss
gown.
America ball gown.
Yeah.
I thought it was a little much.
Like Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah. And, okay, so the latest thing I saw that just broke last night is that Shane is alleging that Sal and Natalie are together.
Sal and Natalie. Oh, yeah, I've been seeing that too, actually.
But Natalie denies it. I don't really see them together, to be honest. That would be really boring. Ugh.
This cast reminds me of a theater, like doing a show with a cast, because this is how it is. You're in a vacuum for 3 months together, and you're all best friends. Like, you're best friends in the whole world. You have met lifelong soulmates, and then you all leave, and then after a couple months, it's like you never talk again. So I think that they're still living in that little bubble of like, we're all so close. Like, we went through this together. We spent like
we're
3
sisters.
entire weeks together. Yeah.
Oh, a lot
No
of
one
the
knows me as well
girls
as this girl.
or the wives on Married at First Sight end up doing that, where they get together after and they all get the same tattoo because they're like, we're sisters.
Right.
We all did this.
But then, like, in a
No
year,
one
they're
else
not
would
going to talk to
understand.
each other anymore.
Yeah, exactly. Anything else that shook out of that besides Shake just being a douche?
Well, I mean, like, what do you think that Shane and Shayna, like, fucked? He was not about to answer that question.
I think he obviously wouldn't say no. I think Shayna is like, yeah, oh, nope, not gonna do it.
Oh, yeah, because he was like, I think Shayna was like, if I continue down this line of questioning, like, he's going to murder me in my sleep tonight.
Oh, I know I was gonna ask. Sorry, one more thing. Do you think, and I hate that my brain even goes this way, but I was trying to figure out what exactly was this argument between Natalie and Shane? Because she just kept saying everything changed. Just everything changed from that argument. And that bachelorette party was the night before the wedding.
Yeah, it was the night that he was like, he couldn't hit the balls.
He didn't hit the ball, so baby
so
was
he came home in a blind rage.
Yeah,
and I think that's what it was.
tantrum.
He was in a blind rage. They did a bunch of coke, all of them probably.
I don't think Natalie...
I think all the guys did. I think all the guys did.
I can't see Sal doing that. Sal's too boring.
Yeah, maybe not. Sal would be bad for his voice.
Oh.
For his voce.
Oh, gross and stupid.
Yeah, he's all coked out. He's playing the ukulele like a banjo.
Really fast. Dueling banjos.
Do you get like notifications on your computer when a text comes up?
Yeah,
because
our group
Nick
text is on fire right now.
Nick has been blowing us up this whole time, and he'll go weeks without responding to something, and now I think he's finally catching up on everything. And I have gotten a ding every 30 seconds.
Yeah, I have too. We're at 23. I think we're at 23 group texts. I was gonna say, do you think that there was maybe like some sort of a racial slur thrown at Natalie?
Oh. Huh.
Because he kept saying, or I think it was Nick Lachey had asked Shane, do you regret what you said? And he's like, yeah, absolutely. And he goes, did you mean what you said? And he's like, no, not at all. I mean, the words, the emotions are there, but I chose like the wrong words to say.
No,
there's like things behind it. There's reasons.
He said, I hate you and you're the worst thing that ever happened to me. I think that's what it was.
Okay, I just feel like there's more there.
I mean, he could have gone.
I mean, I hate to think that way, and I hope I'm wrong. Just something really, really deep. Because even if she was super in love with him, okay, just think about this. You're on a show. Yeah. You think you're super in love with this person, and she said, we were both planning on getting married. And you know he's drunk or high or whatever. And he's just on a rant because he couldn't hit the ball. And he's like, God, I fucking hate you. Blah, blah, blah. Could you maybe forgive him? I want to say no, but in that moment.
I could forgive saying, I hate you. I couldn't forgive if he called me fat.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like there might be something more. Because Natalie was so head over heels with him. Mm-hmm. That I feel like she would forgive him for an I hate you.
But I wonder also, but it might not even just be that. It might just be seeing how he behaves in a fight.
Yeah. Oh, and that AMA that we saw on Reddit.
Yeah.
The more, I know people said, it probably wasn't a producer. That's questionable. But a lot of the things that we've learned since, it sounds pretty accurate to me.
Yeah.
This producer said that Natalie and Shane were actually fighting a lot all the way through.
Yeah, that's right.
That was kind of their norm. So maybe he did get sort of violent-ish, or...
And that Shake was saying, like, so much shit about...
Yeah, her loose skin and stretch marks and all that kind of shit.
But he even said that on that AMA, on his TikTok live, where he said that the first moment he found really challenging is when he saw her in the bathing suit.
Yeah, same. He looked disgusting, too, and he had, like, big pepperoni nipples, so... Who the fuck are you to talk? God, he sucks. Yeah.
But I almost wonder also if Jarrett is like looking at Mallory now and is like, oh, thank God I didn't choose Mallory because she's just nothing. She's just a blob sitting over there.
Yeah, she's pretty.
And she's good at being flirty, I guess, and like being like, I love sports.
Yes.
She's like the Jennifer Lawrence of the group. Like,
Yeah.
I just want to eat a bunch of pizza and watch sports.
I love hamburgers and hot dogs too. Oh my God. I love fries. You like fries too? Oh my God.
Anything else about the reunion?
No. Let's talk about some 90 Day Fiance.
Ooh.
Is there anyone you want to talk about first?
No, I thought it was on this morning, but it's not.
Yeah, you threw that out there. You're
Sunday.
like, ooh, 90 Day Fiance. It's like, oh.
Yeah, and then no one responded, and then I was like, oh, I'll just leave it. So I was wrong.
I think I did that the other day too. I was like, yay, the reunion's on. You're like, no, wrong day. You're off by like a week.
You did.
I'm like, damn it. You know what? Let's get into Memphis and Hamza. Friend of the podcast, Larissa, who's kind of our hookup with all things 90 Day Fiance. She sent me a text, and I don't know if anyone else has made this comparison, but I was dying. She goes, Memphis reminds me of a female Urkel. Like, did I do that? Just the way she talks, and everything is like, what? Did I do that? It's just, it is that, like, nasally, annoying, grating on your nerves, just always there, lurking around.
There's something about her nose that, like, her profile is like, I don't know. I know you said that you think she has the LP gene.
Yeah, I think she carries a little person gene, but I think she's like 2 generations off. I mean, Kyle, 90 Day Fiance.
Whoa, yeah.
Again, nothing wrong with that, but if he ever has children, they just need to know that, like, obviously he's going to have a little person child.
Memphis is a monster. I can't
stand
her.
And I'm just
I feel
totally
so
Hamza.
bad for little Bebe Hamza. He's a bebe.
I'm absolutely attracted to Hamza. Hamza can get it. He's sexy.
Yeah, but I feel like I was having sex with, like, someone underage.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I mean, like, I would want him to be an adult.
I'm sexy, baby.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, but he is very attractive. He's hot. Mm-hmm. He's way out of her league. But he was right when he said, you like problems. She's like, me like problems? Me don't like problems. What are you talking about? You fucking love problems. You strive or thrive in chaos. She's just that person.
Yeah, she's
awful. Yeah, they meet with this translator who she actually said interpreter. And I'm going to say there is a difference there. A translator translates the language, but this guy truly was like an interpreter. He took Memphis's stupid, idiotic words and interpreted them for, like, a normal person with, like, thoughts and feelings.
Hamza.
Right. And then vice versa. So the one quote I had that he interpreted, he turns to her and he goes, he sees you as abnormal in his culture. He, like, took a breath there. I was like, me too. And then Hamza's like, she yells at me a lot, and I'm scared of her. When she yells at me, she loses her temper. This poor little bebe. But then they end the conversation, and he says, you are a part of me. And I have to say that, like, got me. I was like, that's really sweet. And then he drives her to the ruins.
Middle of nowhere.
Which were beautiful, but I was like, oh, if this was Memphis bringing him there, I'd be like, oh, he's dead. He's a goner.
Yeah.
Never seen him again. He changes into his, like, big boy outfit.
Yeah.
She's wearing horrible clothes. I mean, she had to have known that he's going to propose there, right?
Yeah, obviously. Like,
especially when he's like, wait here. That's, oh God, I was like cringing. She's like, where are we going? What are we doing? Oh, and it's that moment like, oh God, it's happening. It's happening. But she's wearing striped fucking pants. Striped leggings.
Yeah.
What? Who does that? Well, I guess Memphis. So he proposes. I thought it was really sweet. He looks super hot. And then they walk away and she says, oh, you have a little booty there. And he goes, you big booty. You big booty. And she's like, oh, look at this place. Now. It's beautiful. It's so old. Yes, big old. Big boobies, Memphis. You big booty.
And as far as we know, they are actually married with a child. So that's great. But how is that kid going to grow up learning to talk?
Well, hopefully just totally bilingual. And then that kid is probably just going to be the translator.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
I feel bad for Hamza because his mom is totally correct. He's going to get stuck with her. And
oh, definitely.
what's he going to do? She's definitely, and there's nothing wrong with the female being the alpha in the relationship, but she's like just domineering. Yeah. Okay, what about Gino and Jasmine?
Okay.
Jasmine.
I
didn't realize how badly my accent sounds until I'm listening to him. I'm like, shit, I sound like him.
God, so he's got his Panama hat on that says Panama.
That's the worst part of it.
Yeah.
Is that it says Panama. Oh. That's like walking around New York with like a I Heart New York shirt on.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We know where you are.
He looks like fine. I mean, it's better than his disgusting baseball caps.
Yeah, because he wears them like a dad, where it just like
yeah.
sits atop your head.
Yeah, so they're going to meet her mom.
Jasmine's mom.
Yeah. And she says, if my mom doesn't approve, then I won't be with you. And her mom doesn't. Her mom fucking hates him. Yeah. Mom wants him to die.
Well, I don't think she wants him to die. I think she just knows, like, he's special. Like, he has some special needs.
Yeah.
And I don't
think... She's going to be his caregiver.
Exactly. I was just going to say, Jasmine doesn't even take care of her own children. And now she's going to be taking care of a man that is my age. That could be her father.
Yeah.
So her mom's first impression was that there's an obvious difference in age. I'm going to beg to differ here. I think Gino looks like late 40s. I mean, he's 51.
Yeah, and Jasmine looks old. Jasmine looks like she's in mid 30s, which I think she is.
She's 34. I was going to say she looks near like 40 or young 40s.
I could see that.
She's beautiful.
Yeah, it's not so much an age differentiation. It's more just like a difference in attractiveness level.
Yes. And maybe maturity level.
Mm-hmm.
And then her mom is asking, it's also uncomfortable, even though you know Gino doesn't understand Spanish, them just asking like, hey, so like, what's wrong with his head? Why doesn't he have kids? Like, what's wrong with him? Can you just ask him why he's so stupid? And he's just sitting there like, in this stupid card with the smiley face and his writing. Why could he not have like taken the minimal amount of effort and gone to a Google Translate and written that in Spanish? Mm-hmm. That's just laziness.
Yeah, God.
Right? Oh. Okay, so the mom says, ask him why he still doesn't have kids. Why don't you ask Jasmine that? Because Jasmine has 2 kids and they both live with the dads.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Nothing wrong with that, but if you're going to be dissing him, like, well, why doesn't he have kids of his own? Why doesn't she have her kids of her own?
Yeah. It's probably more responsible that he didn't have kids. Can you imagine him raising kids?
Oh, my
Holy
God,
shit.
no. But they want to have kids together. Yeah. So he asks her mom's permission for marriage, which at this point I think is kind of dumb. She's 34 years old. She's been married and divorced. She has 2 kids. Come on. I don't know. And I really don't think her mom had any issue with him wearing that hat. I think it was just Jasmine trying to play this like power dynamic thing or to make him nervous.
Well, because the hat thing is so funny. It's so funny. Yeah.
What would the equivalent be for a female, though? Like, if you were dating someone, they were like, well, Amanda, you can't wear, or you can't whatever, or they're not going to like you. Your pets?
God. I mean, it's so... No, I'm just trying to think of something like a hat. Like, what would I refuse to do? I would refuse to give up my pets, obviously. I mean, I can wear my hair down because every time I do, you mention it, so I don't.
What are you talking about? No, I don't.
That's like literally why I never do my hair anymore.
What? Mine because you
always mention it.
Oh, God. Okay. Oh, look at it. Mine looks like garbage right now. And this lighting is terrible. It always makes it look like I have huge roots.
You're fine.
No, I'm uglier. Oh,
God. No, Gino's ugly.
Yeah, speaking of ugly, we got to talk about his dancing here. I mentioned this on something else we recorded.
He like really doesn't have control over awareness of his body. Yeah, he's stimming out.
That's it. Like he's just so excited.
But he's laughing. He's like,
you can see it what he's doing with his tongue and his hands. He is fully stimming out, which is fine. But just the fact that he's accusing her of just like not being a good teacher, why he can't get the dance moves down. No.
But I thought it was a cute little moment where she goes, "Baby, you're dancing like you have a stick up your ass," and then he like laughs. It was kind of a cute little moment between the two of them, where I'm like, they do kind of work off each other a little bit.
It's like a little kid who wants to dance and is really excited, so they just like sprint in a really tight circle because they're just like,
yeah,
get it out. Or like a dog getting the zoomies. Gina was getting the zoomies, the dancey zoomies.
The zoomies, yeah, totally.
Oh my God. But I do think she cares about him. I think they have a weird, fucked up relationship, but I can actually see them having a really dysfunctional relationship.
Sure.
And that's what's going to keep them together, I guess. Okay, Kimberly and Usman?
Oh, this is good.
Okay, all right.
Or Mike and Jimena. Is all this stuff?
Oh, and then we have Benjamin and Mahogany.
Oh God, yes. Yeah, let's do Usman and Kimberly.
Jesus.
Honestly, he didn't really seem that he did that much wrong.
Him or her?
Yeah, I mean everything he said, I was like, yeah, I kind of am on your side for this.
I know, which is crazy. You need to go back and watch the season that he was on with Baby Girl
I think I just
Lisa.
Started it.
Oh, okay, good. I mean,
and Baby Girl Lisa, I think
he's definitely got a type.
Yeah,
he's got a type.
I feel like Baby Girl Lisa might smoke cigarettes.
Maybe like once or twice in her life.
Yeah, every so often.
God. Kimberly is like at peak Hanna-Barbera cartoon. That's all I can see when I look at her.
Wow, I can really see that, like Yogi Bear.
Yeah, it's like the cheek to the eye ratio.
Wow, you're right. Yeah,
I'm telling you, she's Hanna-Barbera cartoon. They are at a spice farm in Zanzibar. Just in case you guys forgot, I was actually in Zanzibar way back in the day in 2001, right before 9/11, actually. And the spice farm is actually very cool. If you ever get a chance to go to one, they like show you like how they get cinnamon and all that sort of stuff, and they had little hats and all that whatever. But she had to go and fuck it up and start an argument with him, which is so embarrassing. This is why people hate Americans, because of Nicole and Azin. Yeah. Oh my God. Nicole and Azin and Kimberly, you make us all look like assholes here. She starts screaming at him that she just thought, she didn't know Zara was an actual person. She's like, I tell you everything. How dare you keep a secret from me? Seriously, are you kidding me? You're making me feel like a fool, yo. When she throws the yo.
Oh, when she said yo. Oh, God, the cringe.
I know. You told me Zara was the name you picked out for all the women across the world. I was howling at that part.
She's wearing his like t-shirt this whole
USB.
time. That's what she wore to the spice farm.
Yeah,
because she's like part of his management team now.
Oh God, Jesus. Do you think she thinks like USB outlets are named after Usman?
Oh my God.
Just Soja Boy. So she thought Zara was the name that he picked out for all the women across the world, and then he says that he stopped talking to her 4 months ago, or they broke up 4 months ago, and she's like, wow. Well, we've been talking for over a year, yo. God, you make me look so stupid. I feel so stupid.
Well, but it's like, but you weren't girlfriend, boyfriend until last night, so it shouldn't matter.
Oh, God, the fact that she says, well, I mean, yeah, last night you said we were boyfriend, girlfriend. That's
like,
like
you're 55 years old.
Thank you. That's something that I would cringe if my 7th grader said, well, like last night we became boyfriend, girlfriend. I'm like, oh God, just say you started dating or see each other exclusively or something.
When they just wake up in the morning, and do you think she'd just been staring at him all night?
Oh, she full mic'd out on him.
He turns around and she's just like, morning, boyfriend.
Has she smoked a cigarette yet at this point?
No, I don't think she left the bed.
What do you think she smells like?
God. I feel like she smells like, I feel like her hair always looks wet. So it smells like shampoo or like gel.
Okay. Oh, I think we might have talked about this. Like a grape
gel.
Aussie sprunch spray.
Yeah.
Oh, like a Vanilla Fields or a Sunflowers perfume.
I hate vanilla.
I know, that's what I'm saying. And like a There's like an underlying, like a menthol lozenge.
Oh, definite menthol. Did we ever see her smoking though?
Do we need to? I mean, you can hear her speak.
I guess that's true.
I mean, I just feel like there's just a rattle of phlegm in the back of her throat at all times.
Where you just want to be like,
Yes, she makes me
like
thirsty when I watch her. And she could use some moisturizer as well. So they get into the van and he just walks over. He opens the door. He goes, "Why are you like this?" Like, again, period. Why are you like this? You can stop right there. So later we catch up with them because she wants to go back to the hotel to make arrangements to go home. And we find out that she texted him that she wanted to break things off. So he's going upstairs to return the PS12 something. I don't know, whatever. A gaming system. And she's like, "No, you can keep that, yo. I don't want that back, but I'll take the laptop."
I'll take the laptop, though.
I say so. I would have taken that gaming thing back.
Yeah, of course, it's expensive.
Yeah, I would have left my clothes there before I would have left that there. You can buy more Walmart tank tops. You can't buy more PS5.
You can't buy a new party.
That's right.
Do you see how cute Latrice is being right now? Like, have you been watching this?
Mm-hmm.
It's very cute.
Yeah, she's cuddling. You're going to get mad and angry at her again. Oh my God, she's licking you. You are going to break out in a rash.
I'm not. She sleeps on my face every night.
I'm really nervous for you. Like,
honestly,
my inner ear, I want to like, is itching. I feel like I'm my face itches just watching her do that.
Latrice doesn't have regular fur though, because she's a Russian blue.
Yeah, I've heard that, but I don't trust it.
You touched her. It was fine.
Yeah, but I took Zyrtec ahead of time, and I did my Flonase. See, see how that tail is? And
there's the funnel for you.
Is it done?
That's really why. That's what.
Done? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to save Mike and Jimena for last.
Of course, obviously.
They're Bells of Ball. So, Ben.
Oh wait, did you see the preview for? I saw a preview for Usman and Kimbali for Sunday where she throws the water in his face.
I did see that. And there's something, people are mentioning something with a necklace that she got him or a charm. And she's like, "I paid $45 shipping for this."
Oh, that's, yeah. I spent all this money. It was $45 to ship that, yo.
Dude, I mean, you know where Zanzibar is? Like, it's an island off of Tanzania. No. To get a flight there, you're talking probably $2,000 at least.
No, yeah, sure. $45.
Or if she flew into Tanzania and then like took a ferry, but still, I mean, it's a significant cost. So the fact that $45, yeah, fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so Benjamin, as he refers to himself, I'm like pretty sure you could just say Benjamin. I hate that.
Do you think he got Botox like on the one side of his face so that his eyelids stay open?
You know what? Someone said something where he just has like a lazy eyelid or like a dropped lid.
Yeah.
Where it can just happen.
It's like a nerve. I feel like they could, like it's just a dead nerve. Maybe they can.
Oh, like maybe they can pin it up or something?
Yeah.
No.
Because it's droopier in some shots than others.
I mean, I think it'd be fine, but the fact that he is a model, obviously, he might want to get that fixed.
He has like a body.
He does. I don't know what Mahogany's talking about. She's like, "Oh, he's not as good a body as I thought he did." Have you looked in the mirror, Mahogany? She's a completely different species than she was in the picture she was sending him. And she's not acknowledged that at all. So cute. Okay, so we catch up with Ben, who is swimming and has a cappuccino poolside, so you know he's a monster. Could you imagine drinking a hot coffee or a dairy-based hot coffee drink and be swimming laps?
Also, you're on vacation. Get a pina colada or something. But also he's like Javi on Teen Mom 2, where he's like, "Oh, this is my drink. I just worked out." Because he had to mention, I was doing wrestling with my thoughts, so I just got to swim in.
I know. Okay. He had to mention to his friend that he got his swim in, and it's probably like a keto coffee.
Out. Great.
It's probably a keto coffee for sure.
Yeah.
Or he just thinks that he looks like really sophisticated that he drinks coffee.
At least get an iced coffee.
Yeah, I don't. That's what I mean. Hot coffee and swimming.
Yeah.
I mean, things don't fly through me as quickly as they do you, but even that, I'd be like, oh my
right.
God.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Like,
yeah.
Yeah, I don't want you in the pool. Because
I should never go in a pool, honestly, ever.
I was going to say, because they always have signs, like, if you have had
diarrhea
issues,
in the past, like,
right?
20 minutes, I'm like, well, so I can basically never go in the pool then.
Well, that's why they don't post things like that at public pools in the summer. Because, like, I mean, every kid is actively shitting in the pool.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, okay, so he calls his friend and he's like, she's real. She's as sweet as I thought she was. But then I went to her apartment and that's when things got weird.
Yeah.
Oh, that.
Yeah.
Only then things got weird when you went there and she had bunk beds. Not weird when she showed up with a different face.
Surfboard.
God. Okay.
And then also ghosted you for 2 days first.
Yeah, and she's 22, not 24.
Yeah.
So he's going to meet her with her friends today, and they're just going to, spend time together, reconnect, and they see each other, and they have this awesome conversation about a fruit store around the corner.
Why are they using the translator when she clearly speaks fluent English?
That's so frustrating, I know, because she hasn't fessed up to that lie yet. That she is.
How can you not tell she
doesn't...
speaks perfect English?
Yeah.
She doesn't even have an accent.
Yeah, I know. But he's still... Because she told him, I want you to try, so he's... Ugh.
I guess. I love the nuance of the fact that him and Mike, when they say things like, why, they'll translate that.
Why do you love me?
Yeah. Or just... Michael just make like a confused look to the phone, like, huh, why? I'm like, just say K, or just say why. She knows what why means.
Helado es mi favorita. Just say you like ice cream. Jesus Christ. God.
Oh, I didn't get that.
No, they're going to go get ice cream. And he goes, mi favorita. And she's like, yes, I like ice cream too. Ice cream will be very good. So then they sit down, as I'm sure you did when you were like 25, like Mahogany and her friends. You would just like meet for fruit or like ice cream.
Meet for fruit and sit on the street.
Mm-hmm.
Let's meet at that corner.
And your friend's boyfriend would ask you what you love about your friend. Totally natural conversation. What do you love about Mahogany? I'd be like, well, it's a really richly colored wood. It grows naturally. It's a sustainable resource.
They say that she's very loyal and she's not
responsible.
a liar or something like that. Yeah.
She's responsible. If I were her friend, I would be offended. Like, you like me because I'm responsible.
Well, you are responsible.
But like, I don't know. Like, nothing?
Yeah, I
want
it to be
fun.
Yeah. That should be 10th on the list of things.
We have a great time together. Nice. Yeah. She's responsible. Okay, cool. So they're going to take a trip together because Ben needs to get to the bottom of this. He's sniffing something out, but he's not quite sure what's going on. So he's going to take her for a trip alone to the middle of the desert. Mm-hmm. And as they're driving there, Mahogany was loving that she was driving because then she could have an excuse just to concentrate on the road.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have to look at you. So she's driving like 10 and 2, and he's like, no signs in San Marco or wherever the hell they are. And she's like, yes, I am aware there's no signs. But ¿por qué Jesus? So much suffering in the world. Like, the fuck? You are so weird. Where did she come up with that?
This is where they really connected.
Oh, I mean, they really connected.
Yeah. Wow. The chemistry was bouncing off the screen.
He talked about like their deepest feelings and their thoughts about God. He can speak Hebrew because his studies of the Bible.
Oh. God.
Mm-hmm. And then they get to the resort and he's like, oh, wow, the pool. It's really nice. Yes, it's so beautiful. We have dos cuartos, right? 2 rooms?
Yeah, dos rooms, right?
2 camas, 2 beds. Great. So then they go to sleep in separate rooms. And the next day, he's got a super romantic dune buggy ride planned. And this bitch shows up, stripes on stripes.
I know. It was a really bad outfit. Yeah.
With like these orthopedic gym shoes. They were like Skechers slip-ons or something. And they're in this dune buggy, hair down.
Yeah.
Can you imagine
Gotta wear a hat.
the grit and the disgusting sandy dust flying through her hair? And he's planned a romantic dinner in the middle of the desert. Again, this sounded a lot like Tony proposing to McKelty in Sister Wives.
Oh,
When he brought her to the cliff.
Yeah.
I was like, well, I mean, he's pushing her off for sure. So they sit down and he knows she's not into him, yet he puts his hand like lower on her
on the
back.
nape of her back. Yeah.
How are you not getting the hint? It's not even that she's not into you.
They just connected on their God.
Our God is an awesome God. He reigns. That was in that commercial. Come on.
Yeah, it definitely was.
What's
in that
another
commercial?
one? It just came to me. Shout to the Lord. And then what was the other one?
I adore thee.
Shine, Jesus, shine.
There's that one that's like the round. Oh, I it's gonna bug me.
Okay,
where it's like one person will sing. I can't think of it though. Like I won't be able to think of it. I'll think of it right when we stop recording, and I doubt anyone really
start Googling that commercial right now while I start talking through this. So because it's gonna bug me and it's gonna bug everyone else. So go ahead and look it up. All right. So Mahogany asks him, "What were you like when you were my age?" And he's like, "Well, when I wasn't forming wheels from concrete slabs and building the pyramids, I was in the church, and my wife and I, we weren't allowed to show emotion or talk about our problems. So, but that's in the past. You know, like he's moved on, he's here, he's gotten therapy. The real problem is that bitch ex of mine, the mother of my 5 children, she hasn't forgiven me yet, weirdo. But let's talk about the present, because I don't have to defend my past. It's behind me now." No one is allowed to say that.
That your past is behind you? Yeah.
Well, no, I don't have to defend my past. It's behind me.
Oh, yeah.
Well, how else am I supposed to get a judge of your character?
Yeah, that's pretty much what my life was like with Bacon Fingers.
Like, you are a product of your past. Like, you can tell me why you're different now. You don't necessarily have to defend it, but like I need to know about you, what has led you up to this point. And
he won't take
criticism.
He won't take responsibility for anything bad that went on.
And that's the only point where she's been correct, where she's like, it seems to me like it's always his crazy exes. He never has any fault in it. And you've talked about this before. If someone is always saying my crazy ex, my God, my exes were all bitches, they were crazy, then they can't all be crazy. You have to have some part in that. Or you made them crazy. So she says that she thinks he's immature because he never says it's his fault. And if he's such a man of God, he should be able to like self-reflect a little bit. And then he says, I don't think it's fair when she questions my past when she has a lot of holes in her story. I'm really starting to question whether she really wants to be in this relationship. Again, this is your problem. You're not seeing what people are putting right in front of your face. You're going along with your agenda, not giving a shit.
Yeah. Have they... Wait. I'm thinking...
And the next...
Is that the end of theirs?
That's the end of theirs. And then we're going to see where... He says in the previews that it looks like she's checked out. Okay, so should we go on to Mike and Jimena?
Yeah, I just thought of one of those church songs that humble thyself in the sight of the Lord.
Oh, and then it's around. I know that one.
Like I'd go humble thyself in the sight, and then you'd start humble thyself in the sight, and it goes, and he will raise you up higher and higher, and he will raise you up.
I don't know that one.
You don't know that one?
No,
oh, that one's a banger.
I'm pulling it up on here trying to see.
What'd you even type in for that?
4, the number 4, worship.
Okay.
I'll look that up in a moment. But let's...
Well, and you can't play them because we can't do copyright. We can't do copyrighted music. We might get dinged for my amazing performance of that just now.
We could sing it though, right? Can't we sing it?
I don't think we can. On the Duo Boys 24-hour live feed stream, when they did that 20. Remember when they did the 25-hour?
Oh,
feed?
do I remember?
I think they weren't allowed to. If a guest would try to sing something, they'd be like, "You can't sing that."
Oh,
because Twitch would kick them off.
Okay.
All right, are we ready to talk about Mike and Jimena?
Oh, I am ready. Do you love me?
She goes, no. He goes, why? And then it goes, beep, K.
God. And he is such a fucking close talker. He is right next to her on that bed. Oh, God, like, again, read the social cues. Look around you. She's not that into you. Back the fuck off.
I can't take him seriously until he puts a fucking shirt with sleeves on.
Okay, I'm going to talk about this. He obviously shaved his chest and his arms at one point, and it's grown back in.
Oh, yeah?
I'm not going to say why I know that's the look of a man who shaved his back and his chest and his arms and it's grown back in, but I'm telling you that's what happened. So he says, yeah, do you love me? And she says, no, I'm not in love with you. And then he's like, but you always told me that you love me and that I'm your life. And she goes, yes, but I can't be in love with you because to love someone, you have to be together for a long time and you're gross and you stare at me when I sleep. I mean, it's not funny, but like, she could not be more obvious.
See, that's why I don't dislike her, because I think that she's been nothing but honest. She's like Anfisa. Yes. She's been nothing but honest that this is the agreement that we had. I will quit my webcam.
Okay, yeah, so
job.
Let's talk about that, just in case people are not looking into this stuff like we are. Jimena,
so why would you not be spending your free time doing that like us?
Jimena has said, and I don't even know if Mike has denied it, that she was a webcam girl, and that's how she met him. And he was like, yeah, I'm super into you. Quit the webcam thing, because it makes me jealous.
Here, watch me jerk off while I'm wearing my black tank top.
Gross.
She said, I hated looking at his penis or something like that. Or I hated watching him jerk off.
Yeah.
But I did it anyway for the money.
Right.
She's nothing but honest, dude.
So he said,
I'm not this honest.
Don't do the webcam thing anymore, and I'll pay for your expenses, because I don't want you doing that. So then she was like, okay, well, maybe I can do this, maybe, whatever. And then she met him in person, and he tracked shit through her house and farted on her, and pooped on her.
God, the shit. And then he's like, oh, damn it. Just
and fed her kids raw noodles. Again, I think she's a bitch. I mean, she's a total bitch, but she's being honest with him.
She knows it. She's admittedly
I am grossed out. She said it to his face, and look at her body language.
Yeah. And then she goes into this thing where she's like, you know, maybe she's like, it's you. Well, actually, no, maybe it's a little bit me. No, it's you. You're disgusting.
And then she tells him to go sleep in the other room. So he goes and lays on like the Lightning McQueen bed.
There's like, did you know? Yeah, it's like Thomas the Tank Engine, isn't it?
I don't know.
And there's this moment where he's laying down, face down, and it's like he almost like forgets where he is for a second, because it's like he needed to. You know, when you're at a store, you need to touch something. You just need to feel it. It's like he needed to feel this part of the bed, because he puts his hand down and he's like kind of feeling it. And then the producer's like, Mike, how are you feeling? Yeah. And it kind of snapped him out of it. He's like, oh yeah, okay, sorry.
I'm okay. Well, not really. I'm not really okay. Okay, so he calls his friends, and his friend's like, dude, Mike, what's going on? Yeah, it's pretty shitty over here. It's raining. So what's going on with you?
While this is happening, Jimena's taking selfies with their kids in her
with the kids in their room. She's like, you guys spread out. Harold, legs in an X, spread out, or he's going to come back in here and take your spot. We need this whole bed.
Those poor kids, though, because that Thomas the Tank Engine sheets are going to stink like farts now.
Oh, gross.
You gotta burn those.
Ew, it's going to have like his
Those sheets are a casualty.
And shit. So his friend says to him,
ew, he's going to jerk off in the Tank Engine sheets.
I don't think he will.
I think
he's not going to jerk off in there. Oh, God.
Yeah, he will.
Oh.
Especially because they're not getting intimate on this trip.
Ew. Oh, that was all he cared about. So are we going to get intimate on this trip? I'm putting my hand up to my mouth like a phone.
She just goes, no, I don't want to. Not like, you know what a normal girl would say is, I'm on my period. I feel kind of sick.
The hint. Stop.
It's not even a hint, Jodie. It's not a hint. It's I don't want to.
Like,
you're disgusting.
Oh, God. So his friend is talking to him on the phone. He's like, so you're sleeping in the kids' room? I mean, listen, Mikey, these are unique things that make you you. They're not changeable things.
The farts and the burps, that makes you you.
He's very like, you're fucking weird and you're gross, but you can't change those things. They're not changeable, okay?
You're like 40 years
awesome.
old. This is you at this point.
Exactly.
You're gonna fart.
This is May.
You're only getting gassier as you get older. Dude.
Oh yeah. Okay, so he sleeps on the little race car bed, and then we learned that he is going to have his friend's girlfriend Nelsie translate. I like Nelsie.
Oh yeah, I loved her.
I really want her to be on
looks
a
like
tell-all
someone.
reunion. You're probably thinking Brittany from Teen Mom.
Spears?
No. She's got a little Britney-ish vibe.
She looks like someone I forget who it is. It really doesn't matter. It's not going to be anything groundbreaking.
Yeah, I would love if she were on there. That'd be great. And she was a great friend in this moment too.
Yeah. So but she was also being like good woman to woman too. Where she's like, okay, like listen, but then she's like, hey, listen, Mike.
And she was
Bitch
honest to Nelsie too. Yeah. So she says, okay, so they're sitting in the shop or whatever, and she asks Jimena, what is it that you... Oh, no, we're not even there.
They're drinking... Yeah, we're not... I don't...
She just says, like, oh, so, like, what's going on? Like, what's the issue? Why aren't you guys getting along? She hasn't asked, what do you like about it?
They're drinking cappuccino, and Jimena's just like, oh, my God, fuck.
I know. So Jimena says, it's how he acts, how he is. I lay down to sleep, and I feel like someone's watching me, and I look up, and he's there staring at me like a weird bug. So he doesn't sleep, and he doesn't let me sleep either. And then Nelsie starts laughing, because she's like, oh, yeah, I could totally picture him doing it.
Like exactly. Mike. Yeah.
Exactly.
Like he's weird.
And she goes, I can't sleep. I have him sleep in the other room. And as she's saying, like, he just keeps getting closer to me. I have him sleep in the other room. Mike takes his entire chair and is like, right next to her. Just the timing of it.
Yeah.
Like, God. And she goes, and then Nelsie's like, okay, Mike, she says she wakes up and you're staring at her and she doesn't like that.
And he's like, oh,
he goes,
silly Jimena.
Can you just explain to her that I don't mean it to come off like that? Like, I wasn't staring at her creepily. He says creepily wrong. But, like, Mike.
He's like, I'm just staring at her because she's beautiful. Yeah, she knows that. Like, that's not the issue.
And she knows it's gotten scarier looking. Like, there is a nothing behind Jimena's eyes when you look at her now.
But haven't you been there with someone? I know you've been married forever, but like, have you ever dated someone that you just
that's what I'm saying.
You fucking can't.
Mike, your
whole body has to leave, your soul has to leave your body when you're dating them.
No woman wants to be stared at like that. Wake up and have, even if they are deeply in love with someone, to look over or wake up and someone's staring at you is fucking creepy.
When I saw Come From Away for the second time, it was with my Auntie Debbie, who owns my house.
Come From Away. Okay.
And Bacon Fingers. Oh. And I was like so into it. And the entire time he stared at me. He was like Big Ed, like turned all the way, staring at me.
That's crazy.
Because he's just like, I like watching you enjoy this. It's just so great. When we saw Assassins, he did the same thing.
That's weird.
I was like, can you watch the fucking show?
You know that now, but that's weird because they don't care about you feeling weird about being stared at. Like, your
it's not even that
disregarded.
They don't care. They don't understand that you feel weird.
And that.
Yeah, they don't feel uncomfortable in any situation, which is why whenever like he would always be so fine going to parties and standing in a group not speaking. And I always thought that like that should have been my first red flag.
Yeah.
That he's comfortable just like he enjoyed going to parties, which is insane.
Because they don't care about other people's feelings. It's just about them. Like, I'm comfortable.
What are you getting out of this? How are you comfortable? That's a sign of a sociopath. So is Mike a sociopath? No. He's not a sociopath.
I mean, I feel like even when my kids were babies and I like look at them sleeping, if they were to like stir and wake up and like look at me, I feel like I'd be like, oh, like I'd break the eye contact so my babies wouldn't think I was weird. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
oh God, it's so creepy. So then,
but his explanation is, I didn't mean it like that. I just meant it because you're beautiful.
He said, I wasn't staring creepily. So she's like, he was just staring at you because you're beautiful. She goes, so Jimena, let me ask you a question. What do you like about him? Okay, I took quotes. It was different before he was here. He likes to burp, and sometimes he'll just be like, ugh. He has thousands of things that are degenerate, sloppish, and piggish. I don't know how to explain to him how to change that.
Degenerate.
Okay, Mike. So I asked her what she liked, and instead she told me all the things she doesn't like Just look at her, Mike. She's not happy.
You disgust her.
And so then Nelsie asks if she doesn't like him, why is she accepting his gifts and his money? Like, doesn't that bother you to be accepting all these things? If you don't even like him, don't you feel bad?
This is before we knew that she was a cam girl, kind of. So this didn't really make sense, I think, to the audience. But now it does, because she goes, thank you for asking me that. Yes. I'm glad you asked me. I can go back to that job before, but Mike told me to quit. So now, but like, I will go back to that.
Well, and she's also saying,
now.
like, thank you, Mike. Thank you for the money and everything. But like, I don't have to keep taking your money. Yeah, I can go back to work. I can do the webcam thing, but you didn't want me to. And then Nelsie's like, oh, interesting. Okay, so Mike, you never told me that you had her quit her job and you've been supporting her this whole time. And he's like, yeah.
I guess I didn't. Yeah, I guess I left that out.
And he's like, okay, well, I think you should stop doing that because Jimena is disgusted by you. She doesn't want to be with you. She isn't with you for the right reasons, and I think you should leave. You need to just come home and leave. And he's like, okay, thanks, Nelsie. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Turns to Jimena, still right next to her, face to face. He's like, with his phone in front of him. And he's like, I'll give you, cross-eyed, I'll give you space. I just hope we can still be friends.
A bird who wished to become a human is what they're calling him.
Jesus. I'll give you space. I just hope we can still be friends. Stop it. Go away. Go away. She doesn't even want to be your friend.
But then in the next episode, she's like...
She says, are you ending things with me?
Yeah, and then it's like, dun, 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 dun. And the next episode, he calls back Nelsie, and he's like, she's saying that she thinks we can work it out. And she's like, get on a plane and come home.
Again, and he's like, this is the part where you're like, I don't feel bad for you anymore.
No.
Like, now you're dragging it out. She could not be any more obvious.
Once he farted on her, I stopped feeling bad. And then the tank top made it egregious.
Right. Yeah, there's no possibility of her being any more blatant and clear with you in two languages that she is disgusted by you, wants you to go away. She doesn't even want you to look at her.
She can't wait for him to get the fuck out of her house.
Yeah. Now, I guess we probably should have said this before. You and I have both heard, I haven't seen it, but I did hear that he had made some racial slurs in the past.
Yeah, I don't think they're as
I think it's the N-word.
Yeah, he reposted something with like N-star, and I think it had like Michelle Tanner in the GIF.
Oh Jesus, just don't.
I don't know.
Mean,
it was like
stupid.
I think it wasn't as ill-intentioned as maybe a Jenny
from Real Housewives. Okay.
Like I think he's just kind of dumb, which doesn't excuse
not an excuse.
Yeah. But I mean, if you think of who he's hanging out with, he's on Long Island, isn't he on Long Island? I think he is. And all of his friends and family are like good old boys.
Oh God!
Like part of the Rotary, they're all like firefighters.
Yeah, his dad and his grandpa. They do have a lot of those beer stein mugs.
Yeah. So I mean, not that that's an excuse, but yes, I don't think he's as horrible of a person as Jenny. I think he's just kind of grown up in that. And he doesn't. I don't know. Whatever. Yeah. He sucks too. He's gross. I mean, he's fucking gross.
Yeah. Now Ella and Johnny, we don't get to see, but we do see her like whining about like, hey, I can tell he's really upset because
first it has her telling him. So I was lonely, so I hung out with a male friend and we cuddled. And then we ended up having sex. And then Johnny's just like, this is very hard for me to hear. And then it just smash cuts to her going, I can tell he's really upset.
I love when you do your cry impersonations. She's so whiny and annoying. She has the mentality of like a 13-year-old. She's up there with Kimberly.
Yeah, the Reality Gaze podcast was like, oh yeah, so we didn't get Ella and Johnny this week. I guess they're saving them for all the awesomeness that is to come. I mean, this shit is fucking DOA, dude.
Yeah.
Like they're never meeting in person.
How many more episodes do we have?
Good for her for getting laid, though, hey?
Yeah. She should have been doing that from the get-go.
I know. I don't know how many more episodes.
We better get a tell-all reunion something. And if Mike isn't on there because he's an idiot and is using racial slurs, get Nelsie on there, man. I like her. Let's just do all the interpreters. All the translators and interpreters. That'd be amazing.
I would be fine with just having Jimena there. I don't need to hear what Mike has to say for himself. I would just love to hear Jimena talk about how gross he is.
Jimena sucks, though. She's a bitch and a user.
But she is admittedly a bitch.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you can't fault her too much.
I guess.
The conditions were laid out from the beginning with Mike, and now he's surprised that she doesn't want to jump on his dick every 2 seconds.
Oh. Yeah, that's just what he's expecting all the time. That she's just going to be so turned on by him. Wait, quick question, and then we can wrap things up. How was she sleeping in the bed with 3 other little ones? She had Harold and, what's the other one, Steven or whatever the hell his name is, and Mike? That's a full-size bed. That wasn't even a queen. How do they all fit in there? Because he said we've been sleeping with both boys in the bed, which is horrible mothering, by the way.
That's not great. Yeah, that is not great.
But again, maybe she was just like, boys, roll over, stretch out. Like, God, help me out here. Anyhow. Okay, so we'll be back with more everything next week.
Yeah. There is a Love is Blind after the altar coming up.
Ooh, okay.
So I don't know when, but I'm excited for that. And then next week, what else do we have?
We're going to be recapping the new season of Teen Mom 2. We already have the first episode out. That's at tier 1 on We Love to Hate TV in the show notes.
Yeah, Leah Messer is just the belle of the ball.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
Real Housewives of Salt Lake City reunion part 3. We're going to have like an extravaganza.
Part 2 and 3. Yes, it'll be with all of the group text. That's Nick and Colin from BSA Pod and Justine from the Shore Store. So it'll be all of us. It's probably going to go way off the rails, but those are the best episodes, I think.
Exactly.
We're doing Sister Wives. Oh, we're doing a crossover with Surviving Sister Wives. It's a nighttime recording, Jodie. It was like so fun. I'm like, what time works for you? And they're like, 6:30 p.m. works for us. And I was like, PM? You record in the PM.
BM in the PM.
BM in the PM.
Not number 1 and number 2. What was that from? Bob's Burgers.
Bob's Burgers.
And then...
so we're doing with them, for their podcast, we're doing season 7, episode 2?
Sure.
Yeah, I think so. And with us, they're doing season 1, episode 5, which is Mary's anniversary, where Cody's talking the whole time about like, Mary loves this is all her idea, and they go to this restaurant and she spends the entire time sobbing.
Talk about the fertility issues. It's super sweet and romantic. And then actually really fun week over on Total Request Podcast. Yeah, we have Girls Next Door, season 2, episode 8, I See London. And then you are going to watch your first episode of Real Housewives of Orange County. Yeah. This latest season 16, episode 1, Fancy Pants is back. I'm very excited for that.
If you guys are on Total Request Pod, that's www.patreon.com/trpod. Keep submitting stuff for us. But I want to say, one of my favorite episodes we've done recently is MASH. And that was the one that I was really dreading doing. But like, give us those weird ass things, guys. Those are always the ones that are fun.
Yeah.
It was like, that was such a funny episode because it was so weird.
Just out of left field. And also, you guys, just so you know, if and when you sign up for Patreon, you get the entire back catalog, and there are hundreds and hundreds of episodes. So, even if you signed up for a month just to get a taste of it, you can listen to
just a taste,
everything and anything you want. And you could go and check it out. And on We Love to Hate TV, we have it all categorized so you can see, you can just listen to just Sister Wives or just Teen Mom or Teen Mom, some of your vintage teen moms or marriage boot camps. And all of the above.
Those are good times.
So there you go, you guys. Hopefully you have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you next week. Shout to the Lord. And
bye-bye.